All right. Round one comes to me. We've never done this is
Woo.
for the award-winning Believe It or Not segment, and I don't think we've ever let off a show with the Believe It or Not segment. So, for those of you that don't know what this is, I've got a collection of games that are somewhat evenly balanced between real games that are obscure that I just kind of came across or maybe did research on, and some games that I just made up. They're a figment of my imagination.
John,
And
John, John,
yes,
I don't
yes,
mean to
what?
interrupt you, but I went to a lot of work to make you an intro for this segment.
Oh,
Can
there's
I
an
play it now?
intro?
Can I play it?
Sure.
The strange, the bizarre, the unexpected. These are the kinds of subjects a man named
John Theismann
challenged us to.
Believe it or not.
Walking on air.
Wow.
I never thought I could be so free.
Either believe it or they cannot believe it.
I don't believe
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
We're not using that.
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty good. Chris would
Chris
love
would have
it.
loved it. It was
Yes.
so long, so great. Best intro ever. Ty, what'd you think?
Of course, in post, Daniel
I mean-
puts an intro in already, but that's fine. We can have two intros.
This is the better intro.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Believe It or Not, so half of these games, roughly, are going to be real games. Half games, roughly, are ones I've made up. Ty, I don't know if you've ever watched a Believe It or Not segment, but you're going to lead it off, buddy. You're going to pick a number between 1 and 6. I'm going to say that game, say the year it came out, a brief description, and you're going to tell me whether you believe it or whether you don't. We're going to go around the board. Everybody's going to say whether they believe it or not. If two of you jokers get it wrong, I get a point. If any of you get it right, you get a point. So usually I don't get many points, but we talk about some fun games. So Ty, are you ready, buddy?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, man. Number between 1 and 6. What do you got?
I gotta pick number 6 to
Number
start.
Well, there we go. Very end. It's right here already.
Why do you have to?
I don't know. I have a feeling that the number 6 has got to be a fake game, because
Okay.
it's the last one. You
Oh,
got to
You're
end it
making
with a
it in
fake
right
game.
now.
He's gaming. He's gaming the system.
I'm
He's
gaming the
Man.
game already.
gaming the game.
Nice. We like it.
It hasn't even
This is-
started yet.
He is a young
psychological
Andy.
battle.
He is definitely a young Andy. He's already trying to game it. All right. Well,
Well done. Well done.
Number 6 is Andrew Dice Clay from 2002. I don't know if you're old enough to even know who Andrew Dice Clay is, young Ty, but we'll just go
me.
into the description. This riotous adult-themed party game will have your group in stitches. Andrew Dice Play is a word game based on the work of the inimitable comedian Andrew Dice Clay. Each of the 2 to 8 dice heads that take part will first roll 5 Andrew dice that contain 1 or 2 adult words or themes featured often in the Dice Man show, such as cigarettes or lubricant on each side. Then 3 nerd dice per player, containing various verbs, conjunctions, and prepositions, are rolled to be used by all players. Quickly try to form the longest possible sentence and try to be the first to hit the dice dinger and shout your sentence while doing your best Dice Man impression. The body fun of this game is infectious. What do you think, Ty? Did Andrew Dice Play actually come out in 2002? Believe it or not.
I think I'm going to stick to what I believed at the beginning and say there's no way. And if it is a real game, I can see why I've never heard of it.
Well, usually I try to pick games that nobody would have heard of. But so you're a no believe?
Yeah, I'm going to pick no for that.
Okay, no believe, and then it goes to Andy. Andy usually tries to game it on his turn, so we'll see what he says here. Andy, are you a believe or a no believe on Andrew Dice Play from 2002?
Believe it, I not do. That was terrible. I don't believe it.
Oh,
You don't believe it
Wouldn't
either.
know what you
Okay.
said.
Wow, so I might have already gotten a point.
Might
It all
have.
goes to Daniel-san. What do you
Way
think?
too-
What's
way
your-
too
what's your
cheesy to
thought
be real.
process?
That was incredibly too cheesy to be a real game. I don't even know who this person is. This sounds like a lot like the "Where Has Anybody Seen Kelly" song. So I'm going to assume this is just an obscure,
You don't know who
weird
Andrew Dice
thing that
Clay is?
only-
Really?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Andrew Dice isn't a real name.
Aren't you into musicals?
Well, yeah, but not really.
He's known for musicals, isn't he? Doesn't he write musicals or something like that, John?
Wow. Okay, never mind. None of you know
Well,
who
it's
Andrew Dice Clay
Clearly
is.
fake.
I
because only John knows who he is.
Okay.
Yes, only John
You're thinking
knows
of
who
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, I am. Well,
Andy.
there you go.
I mean, when you meet one man named Andrew, that you met them all.
Dice Clay, Lloyd Webber.
That's
What are you
true.
going to do? What are you going to do?
Wow.
So
Well, believe
that's
it or not,
unanimous.
Andrew Dice Play did not come out in 2002. It is not real.
Wow.
Thank
That had
goodness.
to be the most punniest game that you have ever thought of.
Yeah, that was
John.
bad.
Andy?
That was so
Andy?
That
bad.
was so bad.
If any of you jokers knew who Andrew Dice Clay was, you would have thought that was a real game.
Making board game
He
jokes?
sold out arenas back in the 80s and early 90s. And
We were in
and I
diapers.
How could I forget?
I never listened to anything that he did until probably last year. And I'm like, oh, literally, it's just nothing funny, and it's just over the top, just filth. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm a minute into this and I'm done, and everybody's just loving it on the show. Like, this must have been unique back then. I don't know, but yeah, he was terrible. But that's why it made
Nice.
sense that he would have this kind of a game and all that. Anyway,
He is also not homeschool approved.
he is not homeschool approved at all.
For sure.
What is homeschool approved is Andy. Andy, what do you want to 1 through 5? What game do you want to try?
1 through 5. I'll go with number 6, please.
We already did 6.
Oh,
It's
did we? Okay. Let's go with number 2.
number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work for? How about this one? Currently on Kickstarter. At least it was when I wrote this down. Trash Dash. Ready to race? Trash Dash is a fast-paced racing game in which 2 to 6 players are street animals competing to be the quickest critter in the city. In this customizable game, you choose your critter, maybe Penelope, the awesome possum, or Winston, the dumpster diving raccoon, and set up the modular track in one of the 6 alleyway layouts using double-sided tiles. Along the way, your critter will be tempted to rummage through trash cans, recycled bins, and discarded boxes for possible advantages. Card-driven gameplay with some hand management and dice rolling. Andy, what do you think? Is Trash Dash a real game? Do you believe it or not?
This sounds like a sequel to Bad Company, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go with it's
Bad
real,
as
though.
Bad
I'm
Company?
going to say it's
Wow.
real.
Okay. We got one believe
Yeah.
there. Daniel, what
I
do you
agree
say?
that
buddy?
it's real. I feel like that is that not the game that was plastered all over Gen Con in the bathroom and stuff? There was all these little pictures of these little animals that were like doing trashy things, and then there was like a raccoon in a trash booth.
Oh, I don't
Did you
know.
guys
I
not
didn't
see
see that.
this? I think
No,
it's
that-
real.
that
I think
was-
it's
I
real.
saw the advertisements for the Trash King.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
what
the
he-
name of the game, but that was the theme,
Oh.
like the Trash King.
I think you were seeing
Oh.
flyers for the next convention right after Gen Con, which was a furry convention.
Oh,
Apparently.
Maybe.
But I'm gonna go with I believe it, and I'm gonna stick on the that I saw it at Gen Con,
There we
even if
go.
you made it up.
Okay.
I got
Ty, what do you think, buddy?
okay.
I'm going to say I think it's real, and also say I don't think I saw it at Gen Con.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think I saw it at Gen Con either. But Trash Dash, believe it or not, is real. And it probably is the same game because it was on Kickstarter when I wrote this, which has been a while back. So but I did not see it at Gen Con. How, maybe I didn't dare use that restroom that Daniel was using. That might have been
They
it.
were in all the restrooms. If you went to Gen Con, help me out here and tell me what it was. It may not have been Trash Dash, but there were a bunch of little like comic strips of like animals doing gross things, and it was like, make sure you
Wait,
wash your hands. Like that was
what do you-
ultimately the result of it.
I don't know what
I
you're.
can't believe no one saw this. If you've been at Gen Con, let them know so they
You
don't
got to
think
be
I'm
better
just
about
insane.
defining what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
I think you're
doesn't-
talking about the Doomlings things that you saw all over the place.
yeah.
Oh,
Also, are you assuming
Doomlings
that
After Dark.
our viewers go to the bathroom, Daniel?
Yes,
You can't just
I
assume
did
that,
ma-
okay?
Did make that
You
assumption.
can't just assume
Real
they use
gamers wear
restrooms.
Depends.
Oh,
Con,
all
move
right,
this along.
Daniel.
Yes.
I think you're up, buddy. 1 through 4.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick number 3.
Number 3.
Right.
How about this? Ice
Classic.
Cube. Who's heard of Ice Cube?
Isn't that the
I have.
guy on the Law and Order?
Well, it doesn't matter
That's right.
because I think that's Ice T, but it doesn't matter because it's not about the Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
Ice Cube from 1972. What kid doesn't like to play with ice? In Ice Cube, you freeze water into the shape of your playing pieces. With the included ice tray, take turns moving your Iceman around the waterproof plastic board. Look out! There are potential hazards, including the warm bath, the hot head, a hot metal washer placed on your ice head, and a shower of salt. The last player that melts wins an ice cube. Daniel, what do you think? Ice Cube from 1972.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with real. I feel like I might have seen this one before, and if I haven't, it's very similar to a game I did have in the 90s called Splat. And it was you made it out of your figures out of Play-Doh, and then you would come along with a foot and you'd like splat it. So it sounds like an evolution of Splat. So because Splat exists, Ice Cube exists.
Because Splat exists, Ice Cube must exist. Ty, do you agree with that
Exactly.
reasoning?
Solid logic. Solid
I
logic.
mean, I've never heard a board game where you have to change the physical properties of water in order to set it up. It sounds like the most absurd setup ever, but for the 70s, it might just be real. So I'm going to go with, yeah, I believe it.
Okay, we got two believes. Andy, what do you think? Are you gaming the system? What are you thinking?
I like Ty's logic there at the end, because in the 70s, entertainment was what, John? Watching paint dry or ice cubes melt, I guess. So I'm going to go with, that it's a real game.
Well, believe it or not, Ice Cube did come out in 1972. I can't believe you guys thought that was a real game.
Wow.
John,
Only
you
in
might
the
have to retire
70s.
this game.
Only in the 70s that you would be like, hey, who wants to play a game? Well, let's play it in 3 hours after we make our pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now you
then
prepare for it.
and then let's have a hot washer that our kids play with to put on top of the thing and melt it. I'm like, whatever. This thing
Hotter
had to
the
be a
better.
mess. But yes, it was real.
John,
That's
you
awesome.
didn't need, you might retire this game because I think we just got too good at this.
You guys are insane.
I just know too many games. What can I say? Because
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm
Might be what it
evolving
is.
from enthusiast to expert. Just
Yeah.
I'm going through a
Ooh.
transformation.
Well, we'll just do one more and we'll see if we ever do this segment again. Ty, 1 through 3.
Gotta go with number one.
Number 1.
Gotta be number one.
Okay. Lie detector from 1960. There are 24 suspects. One of them has committed a crime. The players have a number of turns to find the guilty party by interrogating suspects with the lie detector machine. Each player questions a suspect by taking the suspect's card, placing it over the front of the lie detector, and inserting the detector's wand through a hole into the card and into the detector itself. If the testimony is false, a bell rings and the needle points to false. If it is true, the needle points to true. The racketeer says the suspect has a big jaw. If it's true, you know one of the suspects with a big jaw committed the crime. When a player feels confident enough to make an accusation, he checks the guilty card in the machine. If he's right, he wins. What do you think there, Ty? Lie detector in 1960. Is that a real game? Believe it or not.
I'm wondering if they would have actually used this game to solve crimes in the 60s.
They might have.
And wow, I'm really on the fence with this one. I could go either way, I'm thinking.
I could see Joe Friday playing this.
Yeah. I'm
Nobody
gonna
gets
say
that
real.
reference, by the way. Nobody.
I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Dun,
carry
dun,
a
dun,
badge.
dun,
That's right.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to say I think this is real. I
Ooh,
think
Ty thinks it's real.
I believe it.
He
I'll buy
believes
it.
it. There's a believe. Andy,
Not
what do
only
you
is
think?
it real, but it was also used in law enforcement.
That's
Well-
what. Yeah, he says not only was it
True.
real, but it's a real law
It had
enforcement
real
tool.
world application.
That's right. I'm going to go with false.
Andy's a no believe. He says there's no way they made a game that cool in 1960.
No, too innovative. Too innovative for the
Yeah,
time.
It's all up to Daniel whether I'll actually get a point in this segment or not. Daniel, what do you think?
There was way too much technology involved in that game. You essentially said guess who, but with technology. So that means guess who. This game came out and they said, you know what would be better? Take out all the fun stuff and let's make guess who.
That's like challengers being devolved into war,
Exactly.
which actually isn't too big of a stretch.
So does that mean you're a no believe?
I don't believe, I don't believe it.
No believe. Well, believe it or not, Lie Detector did come out in 1960, and because of that,
Whoa.
I get a point, and we will do this segment again, by golly, because I at least fooled you one time. But yes, can you? Yeah, basically, it doesn't even mention it, but it is guess who, except you do all this stuff to find out, and they all just have the same thing, the same question every time. You know, like this guy's always does he have a big jaw? This guy's always does he have glasses? I don't know. Sounds like a lot of trouble to go through instead of just saying the words to somebody. But it probably looked cool.
It did.
But,
Probably.
But we'll
All
never
right.
know the
There we
real
Bet
answer.
they
Did they
caught
use
a
this in
lot
law
of
enforcement?
criminals.
That we don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. We'll get that next show. Maybe somebody can write
All
into
right.
us. But anyway, yes, thank you, Andy, for that prompt. But yeah, that does it for this episode of Believe It or Not. Did any of those games fool you? Were you like 90% right like all these guys? But maybe next time, who knows? Maybe I'll fool everybody. Maybe all of them will be fake. Maybe all of them will be real. I don't know.